Welcome back. This is exercise session in Algebra 1, Chapter 2.3, addition on a number line. We've seen that if we add negative numbers, then, for example, we are adding minus 2 to minus 4. Then, if we start at minus 2 and we go 4 more blocks, we will reach to minus 6. So, this is the way this book explains addition of negative numbers. However, at the end of the exercises, there is exercise 37, which asks us to write a rule for adding two negative numbers. The rules actually are easier to use than using the number line to add negative numbers. So we might as well develop the rules now and use them in solving the exercises in this chapter. So exercise number 37, write a rule for adding two negative numbers without using a number line. So if I'm adding minus 2 to minus 4, actually what I'm adding is 2 minuses to 4 minuses, and that will give us 6 minuses. Here I add 2 and 4 as if I am adding positive numbers, and I put a negative sign because both of them are negative. The second question, number 38, write a rule for adding two numbers with different signs. Here again, the rule is easier to use than using the number line. For example, you already know that 4 minus 2, you just put the difference. And here, because the bigger number is positive, I'm going to have a positive sign in front of the difference. What if I have 2 minus 4? Again, the difference between these two is 2, and the bigger number is 4, so here we will have minus 2. So the rule for adding a positive and a negative number, as in these situations, is to get the difference, and you put the sign of the larger number in front of the difference. Here, the larger number is positive, so we put a positive sign here, and here the larger number is negative, so we put a negative sign here. Now we can look at this as follows. In the first situation, I have 4 positive ones, and I am adding them or combining them to 2 negatives. These, when I combine these two, I get a 0, and I'm left with 2 positives, which I see here. However, if we are doing the second example, and here we have 2 positives, 1 and 1, and we have 4 negatives. These two and these two combine to give a 0, and I am left with 2 negatives, and that's what we see here. So these are the rules for adding negative numbers. We simply add them as if they are positive, and the sign will be a negative sign. And if we are adding a positive number and a negative number, we get the difference, and the sign of the difference will be the sign of the larger number. So using these rules, we can do some of these exercises very quickly. Number 18 on page 52. 5 plus 4 we simply can remove 2 from 4, and we will have then 2, and that will be 7. Number 19, 6 minus 2 minus 4. Here we have 6 negatives if we add these two, and here we have a positive 6. 6 minus 6 will be a 0. Number 20, minus 8 plus 8 minus 1. We will see later on why they keep using this and how to get rid of the parentheses. But at this point, we can simply say this is a minus 1. So we can rewrite this as minus 8 plus 8 minus 1. So in this case, minus 8 and 8 is a 0, and we are left with minus 1. So the answer is minus 1. Number 21, 9 plus 5 plus minus 14. Here these two give us 14, a positive 14, and a minus 14, and that will be 0. Number 22, 3 plus minus 3 plus minus 5. These two give us a 0, and the answer is minus 5. Number 24, 9 plus minus 5 plus minus 2. These two are minus 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. Number 25, minus 7 plus minus 7 plus 14. These two are minus 14. Again, two negative numbers. I simply add them and put a negative sign in front of the sum. Plus 14. These two are opposite numbers, and their addition will give a 0. Number 26, minus 8, minus 3, minus 2, plus 4. Here we have 1, 2, 3 negative numbers. So we simply add them. Minus 10 and minus 3 is minus 13 plus 4. And we have a negative number and a positive number. We get their difference, and the sign will be the sign of the larger. In this case, we get a minus 9. Number 27, 12 plus minus 2 plus minus 5 and minus 3. Again, we have three numbers that have a negative sign in front of them. If we add them, these will be minus 10. And again, we have a positive number and a negative number. We get their difference, and that's 2. And the sign here will be the sign of the larger, and in this case, it is a plus 2. Again, we do not put the plus in front of the number. Number 28, minus 16, plus 5, plus minus 7, plus 16. Right away, we can see minus 16 and 16 plus 16 add up to a 0. And we are left with 5 and minus 7. Positive number, negative number. We get their difference, and that's 2. And the sign is the sign of the larger. In this case, it is a negative sign. So the answer will be minus 2. Number 29, minus 25, plus 50, plus 50, plus minus 75. We add here minus 25 and minus 75, and we get minus 100. And the plus 50 and plus 50 give us positive 100. And the answer will be 0. With this, we come to the end of this exercise session. We hope to see you again.